Tom Juma wants 12 meter.
Yes.
Osems is being paid 20 meter.
Yes.
Mbungo was paid 7 meter. It took the team patron Mteshi to negotiate for Mbungo to get 4 meter.
Yep.
He'd said I want 7 or bust. There are a couple of 3 players, I think the Rwandans, those 3, Habamahoro and his team, they got 5 meters. All this in the space of 3 years. If cumulatively on the top of my head that goes to 25 million in damages, 30 million. FC is supposedly a broke club.
Yeah.
But
isn't this a Kenyan habit? Isn't it something Kenyan football does in general? Like I said before the break, Harambee Stars is still paying off coaches, Bobby Williamson, Adel Amrouche,
I'll speak for
Andre Michel. Maybe they have been paid off already, or they came to an agreement, but haven't we had that fight with them?
Ndong atakuja na diplomacy.
Hold on. Gore have had the same kind of issue. Players haven't been paid. You cannot sign players. Why are you making it sound like it's only an Ingwe thing? This seems to be a
Let
Kenyan
me speak
thing.
for FC.
Yes.
Dan Shikanda, the chairman of Leopards, was on NTV. I burnt the midnight to watch him.
Yes.
He took us slowly on why you should not fire a coach. Slowly.
Is it why you should not fire a coach,
I'm
the consequences of firing a coach?
I'm making a case. He said, if you fire a coach, there has to be a reason as per FIFA. There has to be just cause or mutual. You have to agree.
Yep.
Atupendani. Or it has to be just cause. And then he goes ahead and does exactly the opposite for 12 million.
No, he had already fired him by the time he came.
So he remembered the just cause thing when he was coming for an interview. Ama alifanya research siku hiyo na PA wake akamwambia kuna just cause. Ndong akikuuliza hivi sema just cause. Wakabi akikuuliza. My friend. You know, and the first ruling from FIFA coming in. See, nakuaga na notes why you've decided to do this. You broke the law. You broke this law. It was nobody learned from that.
I think the bigger issue also is what maybe perhaps Wokabi touched on. Look, it is something that happens every other time. It's like in water is wet and moves around. A coach will come, like even this one, Truka. I will not be surprised. Yeah. There's funny things happening by the time he's leaving. I can't even remember a coach who's left in good terms.
Maybe Dylan Carr.
Yeah,
maybe him. He might be the only one top of your head.
No, but that one was fine. Look, Emel, what happened with him?
Emel is a nutcase anyway.
My
point is,
anyway.
Yes,
based on, of course, look, let's look at it. Fine. Yes, I understand. And I think the question needs to be, why are we allowing this to be happening every other time? Why have we normalized it
crime
to such a point that we are almost indifferent? Like, this isn't happening. We owe our coach 12 million. Okay, fine. We owe our coach 7 million. It's okay. We owe our coach 20 million. And you're thinking, okay, if there's a trend, there's a pattern, then it means, because this is the Republic of Kenya. Every time there's
Shikanda. And I remember you spelled out all those names.
Yes. Every time there's something fishy happening, there's somebody benefiting.
True.
So for me, that's now perhaps what how I'm looking at it, because you would not have learned from the previous incident to mitigate against it. So that obviously then there's somebody perhaps somewhere who is like, fantastic, another issue that we are going to benefit from, because it doesn't make sense. It be beggars
Tom Juma maambiwa tuandikie hiyo kitu leta.
Alafu
tutakutana Nairobi West baadaye jioni.
Look, and I'm trying very hard to play devil's advocate. Number one, this is the only country where a team releases 15 players and signs 11. A team releases 7 and signs 10. This is in this country. In fact, even in the January window, it will happen. It happens all the time.
It dropped. Unaona gazeti AFC drop.
Yes. But for some reason, local players rarely go the whole hog in looking for their money. Even coaches. In fact, I think Tom Juma might be the first coach who's gone public with demanding.
I want my money.
Yes. Normally they don't. Yeah. So, and for me, maybe that is the only place that I'm like, why him? So that's why I'm coming to your side.
Alikuja akasema ni marketing manager. Jina imenipotea. Alikuwa anachanga BMW. Akasema yeye ndio alileta sponsorship ya Betika 65 million na alipromisiwa 10%. Akakuja paka na barua, James, I know what I'm talking about. That hii barua ndio nilipewa niende nitafutenge naye sponsors. Na hii barua inasema 10% ni yangu. I want 6.5. Kwa nekia 3 people, SG chairman na treasurer, watu wawili wakasema hii barua si hatuijui.
So what you are insinuating, Kwalimwa, is that there is someone, this is an inside job. There's someone on the inside who is instigating the demand because they stand to gain if the demand is paid off. Is that what you're saying?
It is a crime scene. Ikue cordoned off, watu wachukuliwe, simu zifanyiwe forensic audit. I repeat, crimes, unaonanga accident mali kuna accident,
Yes.
polisi wakuja wanafanya
Na ile kitu ya
yeah, do not pass.
yes.
2 weeks hiyo secretariat hiyo inakuaga pale Mombasa road hapo.
Okay, fine. You have said that like once or twice, but who is to instruct that to happen?
Fans
Do they have the
from
power
an
to do so?
SGM, yes, lakini sasa hii ni kitu tu ya kusolve kienyeji.
Or you
Kesi
need
baadaye.
a consultative meeting
Yes.
like the ones for God.
Yes. Aki ya Mungu siwa enjoy because hii pesa hata utasikia Arambe. Arambe alitoa 8 million ya madeni. Kwani mimi ndio naishi hapa peke yangu? Si juzi hapa kuna Arambe imefanywa, Uhuru Kenyatta akatuma 2 million when he was still president, 1
Yes.
million akakuja 8 million. Wakaanza kulipa nayo madeni. What did we learn from that?
But serikali ilimpatia pesa ya kulipa madeni.
Actually,
Pia
even
no,
recently,
hiyo na
yeah.
mambo hiyo that
Yeah.
was different. The 5 million was different.
Eh.
There was a Harambe, I remember.
No, I remember the
Yes.
Harambe. I'm saying
So that's
forget
13
the
million.
Harambe. I'm saying even CS gave you small money.
I'm saying the CS is 5, the Harambe was 8, 13 million ikalipa madeni na bado kuna madeni ya 12 million. Kama sio crime scene.
So, look, if the coach is not performing, I need to get rid of him as a chairman. What do you suggest that what do you suggest
Bandari
I do?
FC wrote a letter to Andre Kasambungo, told him we want to see you tomorrow to discuss performance. That was 2-3 years ago. Mbungo went to the office. They looked at him at the face and said, we don't want to work with you anymore, we think you're not performing, we want to pay you 2 months. Mbungo said no. We want to pay you 3 months. He said no. We want to pay you they agreed, and they went mutual and went different ways.
So basically, if Leopards are sacking Tom Juma and they have precedence with Osems just a few months ago, you want them to sit down with TJ and tell TJ, let's agree you have a 2-year deal or a 1-year deal.
Yes.
You've coached for 2 months. We don't like what we are saying. Please take 3 months. Please, let's
in
agree.
lieu of notice, yeah.
Yeah, let's agree. The way, for example, Gattuso was told to take money from Milan and he said no. He said, let me just go. My conscience doesn't allow me.
True.
Or the way Roman Abramovich was the king of just paying you off.
Yeah, he just
Like,
pays you off
how
for
much
it.
is it you want? Go. So that's what you are saying. So you are feeling we should learn from these cases because there are too many.
Why have we not learned yet?
Also, let me ask a question. I think you've touched on it in other instances. What happens what is non-performance? What is the definition of non-performance?
Put it this way. According to FIFA,
Yeah.
you can never get rid of someone because of poor performance. Start from there. Like
Provided he came to work in the morning.
Yes, you cannot.
And he coached and went home.
You cannot. So that's as far as FIFA is concerned, if I'm not wrong.
You are right.
So if you as a club you are unhappy with the coach, you have to have a conversation and agree on how you're parting ways and what are the terms for parting ways. But it can't be
If you don't agree,
Yes.
you fire him and pay the remainder of his contract.
Yep.
Reason being, FIFA believes that a football contract is very short, 2 years or 3 years. You cannot go on and cut something to pay, just pay in the remainder of the contract, because normally in normal life a teacher will work until 55 years. Terminate the contract, something else. So for a short, it's actually called a short-ended contract.
Because it's a season.
Yeah, 2-3
Give or
years.
take, yeah.
Just pay him off. And I even will teach FC. There are clubs in Europe that sack coaches and say, we don't want you. And they don't agree on the severance package. And I remember the standard case. Yes, the standard case was...
It's called gardening leave.
Yes.
It's called
Like
gardening leave.
Inter Milan, and I remember there's a Inter Milan and Roberto Mancini should be. So Inter Milan told Roberto Mancini, sit here, we will pay you. But the moment you get a club, we stop paying you. So okay,
Yeah,
fine.
that happens often.
We've agreed we don't want you, but we can't agree on how much to pay you. If your contract was 3 years, you sit at home.
But that's a risky
Yeah, because if I'm
Because if
TJ, I'm sitting down and waiting
Yeah.
for my money for the next 2 years.
and doing
Kwani?
nothing.
Who's going to pay me
But
better
you
than
see,
AFC?
it will help FC because now they include his salary on their payroll instead of paying a one-off of 12 million. So they include if CJ
But it
is
still amount to that 12.
no, it's not.
No,
it doesn't.
The 12 for the 9 is inclusive of other things. If Tom Juma was on 9 million for the length of his contract at AFC Leopards, I want to be a coach. If Leopards can pay a local coach that way, I want to be a coach.